Here we are. Y'all can't look at the screen though. That's in a whole different direction. Y'all have to look at the camera. Okay.
Yes.
Cameras in front of y'all. Okay. So I am Source Energy, God Coach King Malik with my young goddess queens. And I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited love and eternal power.
And he plays no games.
And I play no games. For sure, don't play no games. I'm here with my lifeline to extend more. You know, y'all always see me with my king, my young gods, but my goddesses are just as important, if not as important. You know what I'm saying? They're just as important, if not more important. I mean, I'm not flexing on my guys, so y'all don't be getting in the chat talking crazy, okay?
Don't worry, you are still amazing. Yeah, I love y'all a lot.
Yeah, we all got this love thing going. But with unlimited love, I am protecting, influencing, sharing, and guiding my goddess queen daughters as we navigate through this life's experience. We just wanted to do a live to just basically share how we communicate, how I deal with my daughters, how, you know, life is what it is, you know, in peace and love. You know, they speak for themselves, and we're just going to hit a couple of topics. 'Cause I'm sure you got something, Mina, that you can kind of like an outline or some type, or do you?
I didn't write an outline, but I did think of a few topics that I could speak on.
Okay.
Some of which I did actually speak to these three yesterday before we meditated.
Okay, yeah, that would be a good idea. Well, why don't you do this for me right quick? See where Tatiana's, maybe I can get my assistance from the outside. See where Tatiana's mic is blocking her? Like put it to the side, put the back part to the side.
Yes, sir.
Or, you know, pull it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. And Tatiana, you can come to the slide over towards Mimi just a little bit. Right there. Get your hand off your chin, baby. Why are you even sitting there like that?
You have to give this live more flavor.
Yeah. Is your mic on, Nadia? Get it close to you, baby. You got to get it close to you, like everybody else's, sweetheart.
Let me scoot this just a little bit.
I'm scooting mine up.
Why don't you do it for her, man? You can get on the screen for a second. We know it's not your live, but anyway.
But you see him all the time regardless.
Crisis. Wise flow. Yeah. So I just wanted to basically get on here and share love with my daughters and let them know how much I love and appreciate them, which they know because I'm constantly sharing that with them. They, you know, they're here with me consistently. Amina works with me. Nadia pretty much works with us, and the children, that the other two daughters, they are very, very.
They're basically in training.
Yeah, in training. We're you know, this is a family of 11 children in home, mother and father with grandparents. You know, grandfather and grandmother, 79 years old, which I caregiver for, and they are a lot of assistance to me. These young ladies right here assist me gratefully with the things that I do. Stop playing with stuff, please, baby. And do your best to look at the camera, Malika. The camera is in front of you. Yeah, I know that the screen over there is kind of distracted. Maybe I should take that. Maybe I should take that down. Yeah, I'm gonna take it down. No disrespect, because it's gonna keep on making everybody look. And I think eventually I should probably put a screen right here on the opposite side here, right?
Yes, sir. Because, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, then it will enable you all to look and not have to be looking out of. You know, I just didn't know where to put it because it's not too much space, and if the camera's right there, they have to be attached to it. And it doesn't have to be a big screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It could be just like a regular size screen. But anyway, so let's get to it. With unlimited love, I am protecting, influencing, sharing, and guiding my goddesses, my queen goddess daughters, as we navigate through this life's experience as best as I can by my example as a king, as a god. You know, understanding the 4 P's of what a man should do for his wife, for his daughter, for his sons, teach them that they must be, and for the daughters especially to understand, like provision, protection, procreation, and problem solving. This is what I do in their presence so that they can see this is what they should be looking for in a man. They know that we procreated because they have, like, you know, they have, each one of them has 10 siblings. You know, each one of them individually, because it's 11 of them. It's 4 girls and 7 boys here. So, and that number, my numbers are lucky. Look at that. 7 boys, 4 girls, 11. 7 11s. My numbers are all lucky. Life path number 1. I got so much good stuff going on. You know what I mean? So much, so many blessings, you know, in the sense of what the Creator has done for me, and I'm grateful because I have clarity and understanding on what this actually is. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm definitely grateful for that because of that, you've been able to provide that same thing for us and more.
Thank you. And that's what I wanted to have you here for, because I wanted you to explain what it looks like to you, because I can't speak for you all. And I know it hasn't been all great on every aspect, but at the same time, you know, I do my best. I intend to constantly be the best influence and the best example of a God King being that can be. And willfully that will, I command that my energy is constantly, influencing to the positive and powerful side of you all, connecting later in relationships, if that's what, ends up. Because you know what we're always talking about. Y'all see the course of action. Y'all see how the men are. You see how the women are. Y'all see what you have to look forward to. But y'all also understand that we're creating our own situations. We're
Yes,
creating
sir.
all of our own situations. And that's pretty much what it is. But I
As
want to
well
kind
as
of.
what our positions are.
Oh yeah, exactly, exactly. And I just want to, like I said, give you the opportunity to share, as well as all of you, Tatiana, Malika, Nadia, because we all have our own specific relationships together and collectively. You know, each one has something that they do, something that they like to do, and I just wanted to share so you can get to know us, because we're coming, and look forward to our network, the Vortex Now Network, which will be coming very soon. We'll be releasing probably with willfully within the, by the end of the week, we'll have the network up, and you'll have our content personally. We'll have a bunch of different stuff on there that just want to share, willfully to assist someone to, to some happiness, greatness, love, peace. And if you're dealing with some other stuff, willfully to help you with that too. Like
Definitely,
this.
because it does cover
Oh,
multiple areas of life,
right.
like relationships, love with one another, black melanated men, and this live specifically is also going to
Yeah.
be put up there. So men and women alike can learn from this. And then there's fitness, and then there's comedy. So in addition to learning and keeping yourself healthy and keeping up with yourself, there's also an area for you to be able to just enjoy the content that we have.
Right. That's what's up. Well, I'm grateful to say that I've got a lot of assistance around here to get it done. Especially now that we've come into the clarity, because we've all had to, we're still growing. Everybody's growing. You know, we're learning and growing, and that's just what it is. And every day is a new process. We're reinventing, just doing everything we can to be the best example as a unit and collectively as a unit and individually. So, as it is there, I would love for you all to introduce yourselves. I've introduced myself, but I'm giving y'all the floor, and you can, Mimi, you can guide them on that. Like you can, and I'm gonna kind of just stay dormant until it's something for me to say, because I really want, the collective to recognize, who you all are to start, because they will be seeing a lot more of you all. And I just wanted to kind of put it on the table right now. Okay. You can give
Yes,
your
sir.
ages and stuff, and what just what you spoke to them about too. I'm gonna let you go with that, because this is our time, and I just want to share it with you, and I want to be at the grace and respect of what you all want to say. So let's go.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Well, I
Peace and
know
love.
I know
Peace and
you've
love.
seen me on different lives before. I'm still going to introduce myself again. My name is Amina McCullers. I also go by September Royalty, and I will that this live and all the ones past this and all the ones that my brothers have done have been able to assist you and help you move forward in a greater area of life, because that's our main intention.
True.
And the one right under me is Nadia McCullers. Say hi, Nadia.
Hi, my name is Nadia McCullers. I'm 13 years old, and I really love taking care of animals and drawing.
Oh my goodness, and she's really good at taking care of animals. Thing.
Yeah, I could easily
My,
see her being a veterinarian. Really, like this. I mean, ever since she's been really little, and then she's 2 days off my birthday. She's an Aries as well, and I absolutely was raised with animals, and they were my friends before human, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real, because when you're an only child and you don't have many vents to go to, animals seem to be. And I introduced them into animals early, because I wanted them to at least have the opportunity to like or not. You know what I'm saying? Have the opportunity, because you decide whether or not you like them or not, or if they fit your lifestyle. But I think when you start children out, because of so much love that the animals has, I know it's a lot of people be like, nah, dogs, I don't do with dogs. I don't want no dogs around. I don't want no cats around. Hey, respect. I don't have no I don't diss nobody or have nothing against no one who does not love animals. I just realized for me, it gave me a broader perspective of, just dealing with energy, like energy, because man, animals like act more common sense than humans sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times, actually, especially
Yeah.
depending on the people.
Yep, exactly. So I'll let you all continue. Not if you want to say more, that's fine. I just want to, kind of co-sign for that. And then, we that fire up in here. We do.
Yes, sir. So, and then the one right up under Nadia McCullers is Tatiana. So
Tatiana, why are you acting like that today? Seriously, you're not shy. You're never shy. So why are you acting like that? You literally are acting different today. Why? You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, act like you
She
normally
just looks
act.
like she's distracted by something.
Yeah, but what though? Like what? Like what is there to be distracted by?
Nothing.
Okay, you good, baby?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well let them know who you are because you got this, this really outgoing and beautiful energy feel, and it's just like you.
Yeah, she's just quiet right now, but she really loves to talk.
She did. Okay, baby girl, you can go with it.
Hi, my name is Tatiana McCullers. I'm 11 years old, and I like singing, dancing, and drawing.
Mm-hmm. What do you like the most?
Singing.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
She's a really good dancer too, though.
Well, she's a heck of a dancer. She got that from her pop lock daddy. Yeah. Y'all don't want me to set on no planet rock around this joint and show y'all what I do. I get right on that table right there and show y'all. Yeah, but all is well. It's all love. It's all love and peace. Yeah. But
Yes, sir.
go ahead now. Now the baby girl, she ain't scared to talk. Come on, Malika, baby. What's up?
Hi, my name is Malik Grace McCullers. My birthday's on February 4th, and I love singing, dancing, drawing, and Care Bears.
Care Bears. Care Bears. She got her new Care Bear today. That's such a beautiful thing. Her older sister bought her a Care Bear. And that's another thing. I put this love in between them because my wife, very respectfully, and she can tell her own story, but she grew up with sisters that really were not, they didn't conduct themselves as sisters. And as a result, and it's interesting because her mother had 4 daughters, and so did my wife. She had 4 daughters, and they are estranged. They don't even communicate. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really don't, like, she does not communicate with them. Maybe they communicate between each other a little bit, but the what has happened in their lives kept my wife from dealing with them because they are very low vibrational in certain areas. And I'm not dissing nobody. I just have dealt with them myself, and I've had the experience that makes it clear for me. But we have vowed to get to basically I'll assist her as best as I can in support, but I can't tell her how to be a mother to her daughters. But because she's experienced so much, she's doing a hell of a good job based upon what she has to work with. And see, we make sure that ours are close, tight. They know I don't play that. We got something going on with each other type stuff. Amina, would you take over for one quick second? I got.
Yes, sir.
Hey, family.
Yeah, but he was definitely right about that because like he said, our mother was never particularly close with her sisters, but even still, she always made sure that we would be close together. I didn't grow up with an older sister in my life, so one of my main objectives was to make sure that they had the best example of an older sister they could possibly have, so that they could be a better example to each other. And then, even though she's the youngest sister, she does have a younger brother. He's just the youngest out of everybody in general. And so just being able to influence them to be the best that you can be, especially as an older sister and as an older sibling in general. Because there's just different things that fall into that. And when you learn how to do that earlier, when you know where your position is and when you take advantage, not in a negative way, but take advantage in a positive way on what your position is, then that allows you to become better for yourself and for the ones around you, especially your siblings.
Definitely. So, did you all want to say anything else? Because it's like this is your time to express. Y'all got a lot to say off camera, a whole lot to say off camera. So y'all feel free. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Valerie, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. I love seeing this family come together and be a whole, working as one, each and amazing. Thank you so much for recognizing us, Valerie. You've been with us for a minute throughout these different courses and stuff we've been taking and things of that nature. I truly appreciate your support, your love, and respect to us. And the same applies to us. We communicate on that equal level. Much love. Thank you again for showing up and always supporting us. I totally appreciate that because it is in the action of we feel the energy from that. So I
And I can
definitely.
completely appreciate it.
And that's
'Cause-
terrible. You got five sisters and none of you guys talk. Man, I'm gonna put some power out for you right now. I'm putting power in the unlimited love and the powerful energy that I have, the eternal power that I know that is invested in me. I from my commandment, I intend and will for you and your family to have some kind of peace before anybody makes a transition, at least to the point where you all can communicate. Because if you came from the same place, one side or the other, then you should have something to do with each other in a love perspective. And hey, I'm just speaking from my own feeling how I would want for mine because when I make my transition, I will, and they understand my commandment, my intention, my desires for them to be close, very close while we're here. So that spiritually, when we make our transitions, we are still connected. Because I know for myself, and I'm just an opinion I'm sharing for others, but for me, it's annoying that once you get vibrationally attached to the high vibrational realm, the veil is easy to travel to the other side and communicate with your family members and your ancestors and your loved ones because I do it consistently now and it scared the hell out of me when my grandmother came to me first because it was very different, but I calmed down and learned early on that that it's very, very, it's a blessing to be able to do that. And then I have other relatives, family members who really, really have come back and confirmed some things for me. And so, believe it or not, it really is. We're in a different vibe. We are different beings than we've been given credit to be. So, all due respect.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said about having sisters and none of them communicate, that's really unfortunate. Because even if you don't realize it, sisters need each other's love.
Oh yeah,
Like they really do. That's why I always made it a point to always have a good relationship with all of them collectively and individually.
that's true. I agree.
That was always my main intention. Because, like I said, I didn't grow up with the older sister. I mean, I do have a half sister, but I don't really have much of a relationship with her. So,
Yeah, that's a whole different story. That's the estranged child that the first child that I ever had that her mother wouldn't let me have any relationship with her, and I did finally get to know her and realize that hey, in life things happen as long as you take responsibility for your part. That's it. And I've done that, and I consistently do that. I'm built for my part, and I do my part. So all is love. Everything that's supposed to be, it will come around, and it will be balanced as it should be. And the love that we're supposed to share and receive, it is what it is. Back to, this as far as my position, I have to go hard in the light of my daughters. And real men know you're gonna have to be solid, and they're gonna have to see you in the different spaces that you want them to understand a man in. And you know, my wife, my goddess did not have her father around her for the majority of her life. He was there for the first part, but a lot of things she's dealing with as a result, and she's had to deal with as a result. And I've been here with her to recognize what they are. And in my life, I've dealt with a lot of females who didn't have father figures, and I honestly can see the difference of the ones who had father figures, the one who had father figures that weren't worth a damn, and the ones who didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thin line, and it's really a thin line, and people have to make the decisions after they go through things. Women have to decide how they're going to be, but if you didn't, what I've gathered, and this is no disrespect to any women who have overcome this, because I have major respect for women who can overcome this, but it's a hard thing when no man has shown you any discipline, no man has shown you any love, compassion, no man has shown you when it's time for you to shut your mouth, no man has shown you when it's time to speak up, no man has shown you when it's time to actually be in your space of how it's a time for everything. We don't control people's you know uh anything about anyone. All we can do is influence by our action. Masculinity does bring forth femininity in a woman, but a woman has to understand who and what and where she is with that. And it's a two-way street. I do agree totally with the feminine masculine, how the woman is supposed to be, but the man has to earn and deserve that. It's like a position of it's authority. It's like a position, it's a rite of passage. You dig what I'm saying? You have to really, really earn the respect and love of a woman who decides to submit to you. Because when you do that, like I said, I say this, and this is no disrespect to grown women, but in my perspective of thought, I wrote this down before, that women, to me, all women, okay, this is no disrespect, because I my mama's still living and I love her to death. See my daughters, my wife, and I'm saying I got females in my family that I care for. But what I've gathered about females, and it's the reason first, okay, I've gathered about females that most females are going to have and sometimes show childlike tendencies, even as grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? And this it's a reason why I say that. It's not to be disrespectful. It's because when you think about it, a woman is by right supposed to have a father who protects, carries her, protects her, provides for her, shows her life, and gives her some stabilization in terms of what a man should do for a woman from a father daughter perspective. A man should do that, all right? So but in the perception and perspective of it, when we're actually going through these motions and focusing on getting these things done, in terms of being the example as a man, me being the example to them, I have to stay in my masculine, and I have to understand that she's going to sometimes see things from a different perspective that's going to be different than the actual fact perspective. And you can't convince anyone, to get on your fact. What you have to do is be the example to the whatever it is you're wanting them to do. I got off a little bit, but what my objective is to make sure that we're clear on how I set my example in the provision, in the providing, in the understanding of knowing that she's going to have to be paying attention to who she decides to procreate with. She's going to have to pay attention to how a man, does problem solve, how he takes care of things that come as pressure. If it's a hard situation, how he responds. If it's a soft situation, how he responds to her when, when she's in a funk or whatever. What we have to do as men, we have to be the example prior to them leaving, and then willfully. And my thing is, I told them, if you decide to go have a relationship with a man and don't introduce me to him, then whatever you get from that is going to be the result of what you attracted for real, without me, giving you some type of an insight or just an opinion or just a, hey, you see the energy, just to give you an idea of where energy flows. And I feel like I've established something tight with them to where we agree and willfully to stay this way. That's my desire, that they trust me over everything. Like, tell a dude, yeah, man, I'm digging you. Like you this, you that, but you got to meet my dad. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I desire. But I understand that people are grown ups when they get to a certain point. If your dad didn't do nothing to deserve, an opinion or anything like that, then a lot of times we don't. But I feel like I deserve it. I've earned it. I'm working for it, and I'm going to consistently humble myself to let them know. At the same time, I'm going to let them know when not to be, combative, because that's the thing. We have to have respect. Men have to have respect. I realize that love is not as important as respect, because love, sometimes you feel like so in love, and sometimes you feel like you're not in love, or you don't even know identify with love. It's just, and you could be in a long-term relationship, but that doesn't make it go away, or come back or leave. It doesn't make it leave or come. It's just you're feeling about certain things. But when it comes down to respect, when a person respects you, you give them passes past other things. Like, I don't know, I'm just saying, okay, when a person loves you and they do something, it's like you feel some kind of way. But if a person respects you and they do something, or you have respect for a person, y'all have a mutual respect, and something comes, it's like you deal with it differently. Love does not have that barrier to me. Love makes us seem to get emotional. Respect, to me, it makes me feel a little more balanced in the sense of how I have to communicate, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, trust me, it makes all the sense in the world.
So
But I can
thank
say for
you.
sure that you definitely deserved your position to be able to provide your opinion on somebody before we go into relationships.
Well, thank you.
After all that you taught me, especially, I'm not really not saying that I'm not going to be in a relationship, because I do understand that as a woman, eventually I will need to have a man in my life
Right. Yeah.
that can help provide and support and set a foundation for our family. But there's this thing. A lot of females in the world, especially today, are too fast. And what I mean by that is they go out, they just try to look for a man so they can hurry up and be in a relationship, not even focusing on who they actually are. The thing that our father told us, that he taught us actually and implemented so much in our life and continuously brought it up, is be sure to spend all 4 seasons with him. And it's unfortunate that a lot of females don't do that because they end up with this person and they end up getting a relationship. And then by the time that is either too late or they can't take anything back is when they see the person's true colors.
Yeah, may get pregnant even. You know what I'm saying? To get emotionally attached in a different way. You know, a lot of different things take place that kind of throw course off. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is what it is. We have to live life and we have to pay attention to the detail. And like it is, y'all know what it is. As long as you know yourself, as long as you love yourself, as long as you stay constant and consistent with those processes with inside of yourself, it's going to be hard for somebody to push up on you with something that will, violate that. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir.
So I'm very, very grateful that you all even pay attention to me or listen to me and trust me at all. Like I'm grateful. Like I am.
Well,
It's
to
not
me, you
even
haven't
words.
done anything to not deserve it.
Well, I don't never intend to, but as life goes on and all this different things that actually are in this vibrational realm of that you have access to, like you all have so much access. So it's up to me to really like get right and stay right with me and how I carry myself because at any time someone else can come in, old Prince Charming can come in and potentially tell you something totally different about what a man is or how a man is. And if you saw any of those traits in me, then it would be believable potentially. You know what I'm saying? You could easily jump off the bandwagon, but that's why I stay consistent with how I carry myself and no weak shit. You know what I'm saying? No weak shit, period. Like I don't have it in my DNA, so my daughters won't have it. It's like when I don't know. I know my mom had her father in her life, and he was a strong man. My mom was a strong woman, and she is a strong woman. Sometimes a little too damn strong because she's trying to run things with men, like because when you
She's just
look
a
at
bit stubborn in a way.
yeah, a bit stubborn is a small yeah
I'm just being polite here.
yeah. It's all love because hey, look, I'm just grateful that she is who she is. I'm grateful that she's got the time to spend that she does, and willfully, the rest of the time that she's here on this planet, she will enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? The best that I can. That's what I'm doing, my best in terms of making sure we all get it. You know what I mean? I know based upon my energy and what I put forth, man, I'm not worried about if y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. Y'all
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get it. Y'all gonna get it. Willfully, you get it while I'm conscious. You know what I'm saying? That's
I definitely sure intend to.
well, you
Because
pretty
some
much show all the traits already. You all already do. I mean, it's like a love thing. We got to grow up, and everybody got to learn themselves even more. You know what I'm saying? We do have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
This is a
sir.
process, but
Because trust me, it's an ongoing process. In my
yeah,
teen years, especially, there are certain things I have to get over, especially emotionally.
right. Yeah, yeah. You my baby girl. We had to talk about a lot of things. When you're
And a
not,
lot of it I didn't want to hear.
yeah,
And
because
that's
opposition. You haven't had no opposition. I had to create the opposition for her. Let me tell you what men like. What you have to do if your daughters are just like when you this is just my most humble opinion from my own fact of action. Okay, I have had to like the opposite, they have different situations, thought processes, mood swings. Everybody does, but females do. And then they have their cycles, and they grow up to be. That thing is a whole different process. And as a man, I have to adjust to understand how to deal with that. But I recognize their attitudes and their energies and what makes them happy, what makes them sad early on because I was raised by a woman, and because I watched her so much, it's like I know how to do that part. I know how to pay attention to women, especially because my mom, I watched her like a hawk on everything, seeing what really triggered things. So I kind of brought part of that to my ability to raise my daughters or to influence my daughters. You know what I'm saying? The best that I can, respectfully. And in this process, like I said, it's just a love thing. It's a love thing. And if you show the love and distribute it the best way you can, she's going to receive it the best way. And if you giving information or sharing information that will increase the value of your daughter, of your goddess daughter, then she can't do nothing but increase because, put I just feel like all the children these days are in good energy and good spirit. They have access to do good and do right. It's just that we jack it off. You know what I'm saying? We jack it off. Like we as parents, we come up with these old ideologies that the internet has proved wrong 10 times over. They've been knowing for 5 years that you didn't know what the hell you were talking about. And you still trying to tell them the same thing, but they've already found the facts of what it is. And they still respect you and love you, but now you trying to, be a disciplinarian from an area that you have no facts, evidence, or education to do so. So, just hey, pay attention to the detail. Men, when you're dealing with your daughters, just pay attention that they have a different perspective of energy. I'm sure most of the dudes that have daughters, they let them get away with too much. Like, it's because they want so much for their daughter to be, this, that, and the other. You still gotta, like not to get away. You still gotta show all the love, unlimited love. Just when the discipline comes, be respectful on how you discipline, because you do not want your daughter expecting no man to holler at her and disrespect her and snatch on her and stuff like that. You don't want no. If she's being taught like that or raised like that, she's gonna look for that. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep it a buck and keep it keep it love, keep it respect, and let's let our daughters know that it's not cool to accept low vibrational energy from a male that is providing negative low energy. Now, if a man is providing positive power, and you know that because of what you were introduced to, then I expect you to respect it. I don't expect you to snatch it up every time, because if it's no interest to you, you don't have to. But respect everyone who crosses your path, so that you don't, you know, have to deal with things. Because I've seen some ignorant dudes talk to a female, like a female walk by and he be speaking to her and she won't speak, and he'll call her all kind of names just because he's insecure and he feels like she should have spoke. I mean, you could speak to people or not. You just let people know where you stand respectfully. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. But there's no need to be disrespectful. And once real people see your energy, and once you carry yourself a certain way, certain things you won't even attract. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So as it is for me, I still want to, share my love and let you all know this is with unlimited love that I do what I do. My influencing, my sharing, my guidance, if whatever it looks like in terms of what my intentions are, I'm transparent. I don't sugarcoat nothing, because I know that I want you to be able to recognize the truth, the facts from the fiction and the false. You feel me?
Yes, sir. And then that taught us not to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, you can't, because you don't want nobody to misunderstand you or perceive you in a different light than you are. And if
Yes,
you're
sir.
carrying yourself a certain way, then you're going to be judged based upon what someone sees until they actually hear or, get the opportunity to communicate with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you're doing sluggish stuff or looking like a slut or a 304, you're going to be registered and approached and looked at like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fact. We don't play no games around here. They know I don't play that shit. I'm very, very understanding, open. I know that women, like to dress in certain type of clothes. When you have a shape, nobody had to see the skin from your stuff. Like if you got a shape, if you're a female, you probably got breasts. If you're a female, you probably got a butt. Everybody's got one. Yours is probably a little rounder. You know what I'm saying? Yours probably shaped a little different. I mean, you have to put it on blast. And I'm not don't get me wrong, okay? So don't get me wrong. As a man in general, don't no man not like to see females in their finest, attire, like naked. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying respectfully, is not necessarily put that on blast where everybody has to participate or everybody has to, it's no secret what, you can look at some of these chicks and see what they imagine what it might be like to be with them just because they naked, and it is what it is. But choose to be and carry yourself how you are, but realize that there are consequences to everything. Energy that is the yin to the yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's the go to the stop, the front to the back. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm good in this process, and I want to do this more than just now because we're going to have subject matter. This is like an introduction thing, and this is an everyday thing for me. It don't stop for me being, a father, king, a husband, a son, provider, a caregiver, a rider. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got to do, like it is what it is, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the time. as it is, I would like for you all to say more if you want, but I'm not going to force you. Like, it's all love.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
It's good that you give us opportunity and teach us how to take action on it when it presents itself. And even if it doesn't present itself, how to create it for ourselves. Because the main important thing is that you're allowing us to set the foundation before we even get out into the world.
True.
And that we're not just out on the streets just doing anything, just having all sorts of energy coming and attaching to you, because that within itself automatically throws certain things off,
Hmm.
especially if you're in a place with low vibration. And it's not the fact that you just, even if you're a good person, you could be a good person, go into a low vibrational place with a bunch of low vibrational people, and then you leave, but some of that low energy still sticks to you, and then you end up bringing that back, and then all of a sudden wonder why something's not going right, or why somebody's all of a sudden speaking to you other than how they usually do.
How
Because
wise if you why it feels different.
yes, sir.
Well, at that time is when you go and you do the race technique. The technique is the mirror technique for 5 to 15 minutes. It's called the race technique, where you go and you get in front of the mirror for 5 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes being more effective. Race. We know we're racing through life. We're racing through everything. You're racing people to compete. You're challenging people in races. You're challenging people in all kinds of stuff. But this is a rat race, So I came up with a meditation that you do in the mirror. I did not come up with the original mirror meditation. I came up with a meditation that you do in the mirror that I chose words, powerful words that have action attached. They have energy attached. And when you apply those words in a commanded force and do the action as far as looking at yourself in the mirror, you get a response. You get a very positive response. So my race technique is R for race, for the start of race, it's a reflect. The A is for accept.
C is
The
correct.
C is for correct, and the E is
is
for
emerge.
emerge. Okay, so you must reflect. You must accept the things that you're reflecting upon, but first in your reflection, so that you can get the best out of it, reflect gratitude first. Be grateful that you can even do this process, that you even can find space. Then you accept the things that you know that you are having an imbalance or an issue with. And once you accept them, then you open up the universe to be able to assist you in correcting them. Correcting them is making a vow, making doing some type of ritual of some type, finding some type of symbol or something to use to revert you back when you snap or switch from where you're supposed to be. Example being, what you see on the camera right there are my daughters. I look at them every day and I see a smile on their face, and I can look in their eyes, and I look in their eyes, and because that's just something that stays with me. When I get into anger mode, I get into some kind of feeling, all I got to do is stop and imagine my daughter's eyes. Automatically put me in a different state. That's a form of my correcting. That's a form of what I use to correct. And I set that up in the mirror meditation, so I know actively this is what I'm going to do to correct. And once you do that, you activate the energies that actually would emerge you to a higher vibrational energy field naturally, because that's just what the universe does. All right. So race technique, 15 minutes, mirror technique. Just go and get in the mirror for a few minutes and do those things and just see if it helps. See if it helps. And if it helps, please like and subscribe. Send us messages. Give us anything, any ideas that you come across that we could do. And if you have an idea for something we could actually do together that you would want to see, because we do a lot of communicating together. Amina is a creative writer. She does a lot of motivationals. A lot of the stuff that you see on our network, on the social medias and all of that, is a part of her. She's doing that. We got graphics in here. Everything that you see on ours is in-house. Like if it's music, if it's graphics, if it's video, if it's anything pertaining to the industry at all, it's us. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Oh, just so you know, yeah, they get up at like 6 o'clock every day. They run, they do Taibo, they do qigong, they meditate.
Yeah,
You
so
know, we
she's
have
kinda
a
tired.
yeah, we have a system that we use. And she might have had been taking her nap about this time, but yeah,
Yeah,
she's
usually around this time she would
yeah getting her nod
either
in.
either be dozing off
Yeah,
or just falling asleep before it's time to eat.
yeah, that's what's up. But all is love, and I really appreciate anyone who sees this, who likes it and subscribe and share if it resonates. And I know it's just a basic conversation, but it's love being shared here, and people need to see love being shared, especially within family structures. Because what I'm saying, what I've been told is our families are fucked. Like, this is no disrespect to the words, but that's what they say. Our families, our melanated Black family structure is done. And I can relate. I just can't agree with, because my family is not done and we're not going to be done. So you could save that shit for somebody who it applies for. And willfully the words don't offend you, but I feel like that is offensive to say that that we're in a bad position. And we, like I said, I can relate, but I don't. You don't have to accept that. You don't have to put that off on your generation. You don't have to put that off on your children's children by saying, "Oh, if we are, then you know what? That means they are." And that means the next process that they have to experience is going to be not so great for them if we're putting forth these rituals and these spells out saying that. So my ritual is, I have the power and I command that my energy, my unlimited love, and my eternal power is enough to share with them to be able to make the decisions that will, basically get them peace and balance and happiness. So it is.
And so it is.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for, seeing if you do see this, and like I said, if it's something that appeals, please like and subscribe. We want to get in the algorithm some kind of way and start to share love. And they've got their own podcasts too that's coming. So we're doing a lot. We're gonna show up. We're showing up now. So here we are. So thank you. I am Source Energy God Coach King Malik with my beautiful young goddess queens. I am one of the universe's best examples of unlimited love and eternal power.
And he plays no games.
And I play no games. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, y'all. So next time,
Yes,
blessings,
sir.
peace, love, and eternal blessings to all that come in contact with, who see this, who see the replay, who have anything to do with us. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and share.
And
Once
trust the
again,
fact that there's going to be way more coming.
Oh yeah, we content. Like I said, we'll be really dropping information on the Vortex Now Network coming very soon. So again, thank you. We appreciate it. We love you. We thank you for any time that you spent. We thank you for support. We thank you for prayers. We thank you for meditation. We thank you for positive power. We thank you for all the love. My daughter thanks you for, giving her some energy for her nap. Let's go ahead and knock it out. But okay, but it is what it is, you guys. Love, peace, and honor.
Ashe.
Ashe.